Welcome everybody to the Discussion Roundtable Show. We have Scoom, SterDekie, and JerBaron here to discuss what today we will talk about streaming, the future of streaming, things like affiliate programs and where we think it's going. We have a partner, streamer Scoom, right? I believe he's above me. We got someone from YouTube, JerBaron. So we hope to get all kinds of different aspects on this. So first of all, JerBaron, you want to tell us, you watch Twitch and stuff like that, and being someone from YouTube, what is the difference for you when it comes to streaming on YouTube as opposed to like when we watch Scoom or when we watch SterDekie on Twitch?
There are like two major differences. One of them is audience, and the other one is more technical. The technical side of it is YouTube has a way better archiving feature because that's what it's meant to do. That's how it started, and it's one of the reasons I chose YouTube, which is like now Twitch has this, but it's not as big that you can upload videos, I can stream, and all my streams forever are archived on the channel, and you can go back, etc. It doesn't have some of the features that Twitch has, like the chat replay and all that, but that's one major difference. And then in terms of audience, there's not as much foot traffic, and it tends to be quite a bit different. Like it's younger, at least for ARC, it's younger. It's a totally different culture, and so the game between the two in terms of how to promote yourself and get viewers and stuff is just different.
So basically, Twitch is like the older viewers, like people our age, whereas like,
I would
people
say
watch,
as
people
an
watch
average,
you, and they look at you and you're like, oh God, I hope I'm never that old.
Yeah, maybe that's why they watch me. It makes them feel better. I don't know.
Community about being young. All right, SterDekie, how do you? Okay, so they just had the affiliate program roll out. How do you feel about that?
I got some feelings on the affiliate program. Overall, it's a smart move on Twitch. They're gonna make a lot of money. And it's needed to happen because like from starting off streaming with like 0 viewers to getting the 100 plus that you need to even be considered for partnership in most cases. That's a big margin. And they've been needing to do something to help out those little guys. I don't know. I felt like they just stabbed me in the back personally with it. Well, like not so much now. Now I fully accept it. I'm an affiliate pleb. I'm fine with it.
But before you thought it was a personal thing.
It was a personal thing because like that came out recently after they killed SOTF, and back in December and stuff. Like I was so close to that partnership, dude. I was hitting the triple digits. It was going well. Things were hot. Then SOTF died. Everything went to shit there. And then they're like, oh hey, on top of it, you can be an affiliate bitch now, or excuse me, you can just be in a little affiliate. And I was like, really, man? Really? I was like, I could taste it before, and now you're just making this little subcategory trying to treat me like trash. You're just like, no, you were there, but you know what? Things didn't work out. SOTF failed. So all this other stuff, we're just gonna throw you in the trash can with these people that stream once every like 5 days and have a minimum of 3 viewers, which no hate to you guys. We all gotta start somewhere, believe me. I sat there talking to my dog for fucking weeks. And I'm sure like the other bigger partner streamers, they're like, why the hell would we want Dekie to be an actual partner? Because they would feel the same way. They're like, he's way below us. So I get that. But I was so on the cusp, and then everything went downhill, and then they're just like, oh yeah, here's affiliation. Overall, I think it's a great idea. It does help out the small streamers. I was just salty about it personally. And Twitch is gonna make a ton of money. Like, I mean, I think bits are a terrible thing. You pay like fucking, or I'm sorry, XPulZ. You pay a lot, like the amount that you pay extra for bits is ridiculous. If it was 10% extra, if you paid like $1.10 to get $1 in bits, that'd be one thing. If you're paying like $1.30, it's crazy. It's crazy talk.
Okay, Scoom. As someone, I would assume you get a. Sorry. Okay, I want to transition here because I feel like your blood pressure is going up. So Scoom, as one of those bigger streamers he's talking about, clearly you feel that Dekie is below you based off what Dekie is saying, and just kidding. But from the bits standpoint, how do you feel about bits? I would assume that you get a sizable amount of bits.
I don't really. I don't know. I'm not a, like Decky says, I'm not a big fan of the bits because of how much you actually need to pay to actually, like, you know, you said $1.30. For me, it's $1.40. Like for some people, it's $1 even 80. I think it goes up to just to get that $1. Like, you know, I mean, it's like a safe way of getting like donation, like like a money, right, from support. But like, it's a bit too much. It's like 30-40%. Is just. I mean, you can buy the bigger bundles, but I don't know. Like, it's just Twitch trying to get the money in there, but I'm not a big fan of it. I'd rather just get donations, to be honest. So.
Well, yeah, I feel like that's what everyone would rather do, right?
Tips. Yeah.
I don't think I've bought like one bit, and that's because I'd rather just give the money directly, right? If I donate.
It's not that I want them. Like, I don't really care. Like, if people want to support, but I just feel bad for my viewers because, like, let's say a guy wants to donate $100 to me, right? Let's say he wants to support me for $100. He has to pay $140 for me to get 100, and then it gets taxed 30%, so I get like 70. So he's paying double. You know what I mean? Like, he's paying double the amount. While PayPal, you know, if he wants $100, I just get a clean boom. Just get like what is it, like 2% in PayPal or something like that? Like ridiculous amount difference. It's insane.
It's the same thing with on YouTube. They recently introduced what they're calling Super Chat, which you can only read as a response to bits. And you have to have like 1,000 subscribers, and then you're eligible to enable Super Chat, which is like 60-40, I think. So it's it's basically the same thing. But, you know, they're banking on, just like a lot of people sub to some channels just for the emotes, you know, they're banking on people wanting to do it for the badges. And in YouTube, it's like it pins your message to the top of chat for a certain amount of time based on the value. And so, like, I guess I would agree with everything here. I would much rather people just donate through Streamlabs or you know, Gaming for Good or whatever the sort of PayPal medium you have.
Can you actually do that, Jeremy, on YouTube?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, so I have.
Okay, because I didn't know that. I just knew it was Super Chat. Well, first of all, it's super easy because it's the $sign right on the chat, right?
Right. Yeah, just like the bits.
I feel like they make it much. YouTube makes it much harder, right, to find that donation. As in, like, you just send the chat and just bam.
Yeah.
I have to put it as a command in the, you know, a bot command, and then I put it in the description. But because on YouTube you don't have the cards like you do at the panels or whatever they call them at the bottom of the Twitch, and so yeah, I mean, Streamlabs is compatible, notifications and all with YouTube. But
Decky, you seem to be getting really upset over there for a second.
Oh, and, yeah.
You held yourself back. Your body language though was fantastic, so I figured we'd go with you. I know you got more to say. Do you, on top of what you're about to say, do you think there's a better way to go about that?
I mean, like, just stop. I think more people would buy bits. I mean, I'm Twitch. They're with Amazon. They got a million people that they pay a ton of money to do all the marketing, do all the research on, you know, how much they should actually sell the bits for. I'm just saying, like, sell for like $1, 10%, dude. I would accept bits a lot more easily. I think people would buy a lot more bits. I think they'd make more money with that. But I mean, they know what they're doing more than me. That's all I got to say about that. But like, on top of that, affiliates on like the partners, we also got to pay the processing fee to get our bits. So every 60 months, whenever we do get that payout, Twitch takes care of it for the partners, and they should. Partners should be treated better than us. I'm not trying to pull for equality. I'm just saying, like not only do the bits already rip people off, but then it's all like, oh yeah, let's make the streamer pay the processing fee on these bits if he actually wants the cash from it. And I'm like, oh, thanks, Twitch. I appreciate that. But like, overall, I do think despite my feelings on bits, despite feeling like I got stabbed in the back by the affiliate program, it's great because like it gives small streamers, like I just had a friend that started streaming not long ago. He hit affiliate. He was pumped about it. And like it gives them a new goal instead of like the absurdly high goal of partnership. And it gives them a lot more support. And not to mention, like, I'm surprised Twitch hasn't done it later just because, like, talking money, like, they're going to make a ton of money off that. Even if, like, you know, just a couple of small streamers get a few little bits here or there, it's just like Office Space, dude. Like, fractions, like thousands upon thousands upon thousands, dude, that adds up a lot. Twitch is going to pull major bank from pulling in like the bit money off the small streamers. So like it's a smart decision on their part, and I felt like they needed to do something. I'm just salty about it personally. So overall, I think the affiliate program is good.
Don't you get like, aren't they going to add like a subscription button as well for it, like affiliation?
Yeah,
said that,
like,
right?
Yeah, and when that happens, I'm all for that. I'm all for that. That'll be great. Yeah, you don't get to have like the different tier subs, which I mean they got to give a buffer between being an affiliate and being a partner. So I'm glad that the partners do have like they have the 10, the 25s. But yeah, I don't know. I think we're supposed to get that some couple of months. We just got the thing to where you can like sell those like 10 specific games on your channel and you get 5% if somebody buys it off that. Why anybody would buy a game off Twitch, I don't know. But yeah.
Okay, so why? Okay, so I think this goes back to the larger point. Zero brought it up in the chat. Is like, why would even Twitch do this when everyone can just donate their money specifically? They don't need to go through like the bits or the super chat, right? Why would they? I mean, you think that they're going to at some point cut away from the actual donations themselves, where you can only go through this highly like taxed avenue of bits and super chat?
No, I don't think they're ever going to remove like personal donations. They can't. Like,
I don't think they can.
No, they can't.
They don't have
I'm pretty sure they added it. They added it because a lot of people, like, especially like the higher streamers, get like a lot of donations and then charged back, and like all that issue through bits. You never run into that issue when you get the bits. Like, let's say you get 1,000 bits or 10,000, that money you're gonna get in 60 months. In donations, if someone donates like $1,000, you don't know unless it's like a loyal viewer. Even then, some loyal viewers have like tricked people in the past. That you don't know it's gonna be. You can use that money and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And they can charge it back, and then you end up losing money. I've never run into that situation myself, but I know like a lot of higher streamers have.
I think the assumption at the end of the day is that when you make it like not only give people the badges and the rewards and stuff, but the cups, and you make it a little bit more fun, you can do the emotes as the bits and stuff. It's like the assumption is that it's going to generate more donations. That's why they would want to integrate that. And then also the incentive to skim off the top of donations by stealing some of the market share of Streamlabs and of PayPal donations. And so, like Decky said, I mean, I think that they're obviously they're crunching the numbers, and that if bits are not working, they'll tweak them, and But I that's ultimately the motive, is to not only generate more donations, but to get the profit from those donations.
Okay, so I got a question for you guys. Since it's not something I do, I don't stream anything like that. Can you see back-end data from like donations you get that month, and like any data collected or patterns and stuff like that? Or is that something that you have to do on your own? Do you get to see any of the information? Like, so for instance, now that there's bits, do they show you, can you see on the back end like that you're getting more donations because of it? Or is that something you just don't get?
Streamlabs has that pretty much. You can check back the months of how much bits you got, how much donations and stuff like that. So you can just compare months when you enable bits and when you didn't enable bits, pretty much.
But it's only like, it's basically like a checking account or like a bank statement where you see like the money coming in, or is there like actual like data that's like broken down for you?
It's both, I guess, right?
You get graphs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit of data. It's not super worked out, but
I guess I'm not really able to answer the question myself, because my channel started growing heavily at the same time that I enabled it. So yeah, I've gotten a lot more donations once I enabled Super Chat, but I don't actually think that was necessarily because of Super Chat. I think it's because I got more people.
Right, Mr. Big YouTube videos.
Oh, please.
I'm just saying super dinos over here.
All right.
Mr. Wildcard retweets me.
I'm glad I get taunted for my successes, Trey. Thank you for that.
Well, I mean, that's what you hope, right? You hope you get taunted. Yeah. I don't treat you like some big.
That's right.
The big time person that
I don't want special privilege. I want the exact opposite. I want you to treat me like shit.
Right. You want me to treat you like an AI friend, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so Scoom, you've been partnered for a while. Do you think that or I guess I should ask, what are some things that you think they could do better, from your opinion, based off of your experience?
Like talking about affiliates and stuff, I feel like Twitch should just enable partnership to everyone that wants it, to be honest. At least like if you're because like Decky says, like everyone, like affiliation is not a goal. Like if you just start a streaming, anyone can get it. Like it doesn't feel like an achievement. I don't know if I'm not saying like it's bad or anything. I feel like affiliation system is cool for everyone, But I don't think it's like an achievement. I see like everyone. I don't want to be rude or anything, but I see a lot of people posting on Twitter like, "Oh yes, yeah, I got affiliated." But like, you mean anyone like my grandmother can just start streaming, get 1 viewer a day, and she can get affiliation if she just streams like 3 times a week. You know what I mean? Like it's not an accomplishment, right? I'm not trying to like talk bad. It's just not an accomplishment right now. Like anyone can get it, and I feel like they should just give punish, because there's so many partnered streamers that get partnership because they get a boom. You know, they get a boom of viewers, and then you see them just go downhill, and like they're less than, for example, a non-partnered streamer. And they're like lost a lot of subs and stuff like that. I feel like they should just give it to everyone. If a streamer like SterDekie, you know, give it to him now, even though he might not be eligible for it, like for the requirements. But you never know. Like in a month, he'll just go away. He might even have more loyal subs than someone than for example, than me. SterDekie could get more bits or more subs than I can, even though he might be getting less viewers. You know what I mean? Like all this like viewer count and like follower shit. Like I feel like it varies from community to community and stuff like that. I feel like they should just freaking enable it. You know?
And I feel like they'll make money, right?
Yeah, they'll make way more
Why
money.
would you not do that?
Exactly. Yeah.
And
like, why would you not do this, man?
That's the plan with them doing the sub button eventually. Personally, I think they should have just waited on the affiliation thing until they had the sub button ready. I don't know what they're waiting on. I don't know what the back end on that is. But once that happens, then technically everybody will have, their partnership. Because the sub button's the main thing. And so once that drops, I definitely think that pretty much, everybody will have it that ever wants to stream, because affiliation, 50 viewers and 3 concurrents. That's it. I mean, 50 follows and 3 concurrents. So once the sub button rolls out, I definitely think that will kind of be what Scoom's getting at. I just gotta wait for it.
Yeah, that'll be the new benchmark for whether you've earned a full sub badge.
And then maybe when they add that sub button, for example, let's say Decky gets 100 subs, right? And he maintains it for, let's say, 2 or 3 months. Then, if he gets 100 subs for 3 months, let's add him to the partnership, get tier 2, tier 3. That way to grow to partnership instead of like an application where you just type some bullshit and,
right.
Doesn't show anything.
Really know. It seems kind of arbitrary. Some people are like, I applied 12 times before I got it. Somebody's like, I applied once, and they have like similar numbers. It seems like really arbitrary, as opposed to I feel like it kind of should be like what YouTube does, where it's just like an algorithm. You hit a certain mark, automatically, and it's like, bam, you get it. Boom, that's what it is, right? As opposed to being you have this Wizard of Oz character, someone behind the curtain, and you're hoping they have a good day, so that when you apply, you're like, yes, I finally got it, even though my numbers have been the same for a while.
It's even worse to get a sponsor button on YouTube. You can't even apply. I don't even know how you get it. The one day they email you or something, and they're like, "Hey, do you want to sponsor?" Because sponsor is the sub button for YouTube, $4.99 a month. You get a badge and all that, but there's not even an application process.
You just hope the Illuminati notice you.
Yeah, that they notice you, and they're like, "Hey, we can make money off of this guy."
One of us, right?
And
make us dough.
Yeah. That's the other part that really scares me with the affiliation program, because I felt like I was within reach for a while. I'm definitely not now. Of actual partnership, but now that I feel like with them bringing in affiliation, I feel like they're being like, okay, we created that buffer ground. Let's make partnership even something more desirable, harder. Yeah. So now I'm I was close. I'm maybe not as close now, but now they're just gonna raise that ceiling. They'll be like, you already got your thing. You could be your affiliate, so we're gonna raise that up. And I'm just like, like when they first announced it, I raged for days. But yeah, so
which is not something you ever do, just for people that don't watch SterDekie. He's never raged, actually. It was the first time for that.
And then I'm also afraid that for me, people are like, Decky, how you feel about bits? I'm like, don't donate that shit to me. And then people do it to spite me, and they like their badges. That's fine.
He acts like he doesn't like them, so that they'll.
But I'm also scared because whenever I did send in a Twitch application, I'd send them things for my Streamlabs to be like, this is how much money I've brought in every month. Give me that button. These people will sub. And now I'm afraid they're gonna be like, yeah, he brings in the donations, but those bits he's not bringing in enough bits.
Yeah.
And so I'm afraid they're gonna be like, if you want partnership, bring those bits in. So I don't know. There's a lot of sketchy things with it.
Yeah, it makes it seem like there's just this rung of Twitch is now being the pimp, right? And they're like, hey, if you want to be bottom B, man, you gotta bring in more of those bits. Like you're turning in bits at the end of the day, and they're like, "What? Only 17? Decky, you were on the corner all day. You're on the corner for 12 hours. Where are those
I give
bits?
you this prime real estate. You got to deliver."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Scoom. You were going to say something.
I don't even remember what I was. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, so speaking of like, you've been partnered for a while. Is there anything you wish that they would like add to the partnership? Any avenue? I mean, I kind of feel like besides like the bits. I mean, granted, I haven't been in the Twitch community that long. I feel like there could be other things like involved that they do. It just seems a little, from my standpoint, I guess, like shallow. I mean, the affiliate program basically is like, hey, we're Twitch. Let's like make more money for us, right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem to be like the fact that like we'd like to enable more of the streamers so that if we help them, that in turn helps us, as opposed to being like donate this way and just help us, right? I mean, how much does the affiliate program really help the streamers? It's not like it boosts their numbers. There's a thing that you get it where it's like now there's like a 10% chance more that you may be featured on the front page or something, or even the partnership. I don't know if that's true. Like if you were like, hey, they tell you that like they have a partnership day or like time period of time where like you may be featured for a certain game, so on and so forth. I feel like they could be doing stuff like that where it's like it helps you in turn, which then helps them, right?
Mm. I mean, bits, to be honest, help a lot of smaller streamers. I feel like I've seen a lot of streamers and like the cup thing, like JerBaron said earlier, like just the fun part of it. I feel like it has attracted more donations. Like overall, I feel like a lot of people are getting a lot of bits, especially some streamers. Like it depends on community to community as well. It's really random, but as into what to add, like they recently pretty much helped out like the emotes kind of thing. Before you needed like the difference of like getting more emote slots was like huge in the past. It was like, let's say you had 250 subs, you needed an extra 250 just to get like an extra 5 subs. That was a recent thing they added with affiliation and stuff that was much like everyone wanted. So now you just have like baby steps of getting one emote slot every like 25 or 50 subs instead of a huge gap that everyone had to achieve a goal. And it was just like, it was really stressful because like the 250 to 500, the 500 to 1000 is a big leap. Because it's literally doubling your viewers, and as a channel, a streamer, that's hard to do. Like that's really hard to do. And now that it's a baby step, and you can get emote slots and stuff like that, and like it helps like for people to sub, right? Because let's say you have 250 subs, and people see that. Let's say you have a counter. I don't have it yet, but I'll add it. Like let's say you have a counter, and then you said the goal is 500 subs. From 250 to 500, not that many people will sub because it's such a huge thing to get emote slots. But now 250, okay, 275 is the next slot. So people see that and they're like, oh, I'll do the tier 2, I'll do the tier 3 to help for the slots. And I feel like it's generated a lot. Like I've gotten way more subs since they added that, just because of the tier system and the new emote slot. Like more emotes kind of thing to get. Yeah.
I've seen that with a lot of other streamers. They'll be like, oh man, I'm only like 15 subs away from hitting my next emote. And like people just like, I'm in.
Yeah. And people like the chat loves the emotes. That's pretty much the chat of Twitch, I don't know YouTube, what do you guys use over there, but like
nothing.
The emotes are you don't have any, right?
No,
yeah.
Do you want them to add emotes?
Yeah, people love it.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like they are running into a problem. Memes, exactly. They're running into a problem at YouTube where they want to continue cutting into the Twitch market, and you kind of have to emulate Twitch a little bit to do that, but they also have to differentiate. And I feel like emotes and badges are just, you've got to. Yeah,
the memes are too strong, man, especially in this day and age. This day and age, fucking internet's all about memes, man. Like, feels good, man, the cap and all that stuff. It's so big in freaking Twitch. Like, it's, Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Decky in his Discord has like one channel just for memes. I think that's like how it's like. And I think it's probably like one of the more popular channels.
Yeah.
Just enables a place where people can put like memes. JerBaron, from your standpoint from YouTube, besides like the emotes, stuff like that, is there stuff, I mean, and obviously like the sub and stuff like that, is there something that you wish that they would add that you see would help like going forward in the future, like streaming in the next like few years, or something along those lines that you have in mind that you wish that they would be on there?
Yeah, I would say first and foremost, beyond because I think number one is emotes and badges and an actual process for applying for sponsorship. 2, better moderation tools. Like there aren't a lot of like native commands that you can do. They're not even commands. You have to like click on the person's name and do all the stuff. So better moderation tools, which allow people varying degrees of control, like mods, varying degrees of control over your channel. And then beyond that, I would say one of the different things about YouTube is that I can stream through events or stream now. And stream now is like Twitch, where I turn on OBS and I'm live. It's the same stream key, same URL every time, etc. But events is what I use, and each stream receives its own URL and has its own chat. And so eBeing runs the channel with me, and we can stream at the same time 2 different games and have 2 different chats. And so I would like to see some better, just in general, better chat features to, I don't know, like even a multi-stream or, chat bots, like better API and I know some of that is on the Streamlabs end or whatever other stream tool you use, but I don't know, like that's so cool that you can do that, and I want them to do more with it.
So Scoom and SterDekie, I've noticed like I've streamed like just to see the back end like once or twice, like every once in a while to see it. And I think one of the things I looked at is that I kind of wish there was more to do with like your VODs, right? Where you could easily make like videos or something like that on those lines. Or like, I feel like Twitch could like add a part where they have like editing functions outside of what they have now, which I feel like is really limited on the back end to help make videos like really quickly. Because the big thing that YouTube has is that you have those videos there, right? That are something like that. I feel like Twitch is just trying to catch up, which I don't understand why they're just trying to do this now. It seems a little slow on my end. But have you ever thought about that? Like you wish you had more editing options. So like as soon as you stop a stream, you remember there's like a good part in there that you wish you could throw together and stuff like that, and then cut together like something.
Excuse me. Scoom can go. Oh wait, no, he's over here.
Am I up there? You're down there, right? To be honest, I'm not a big fan of I see as Twitch as a live streaming thing. I don't know. I don't see it as a like video. Like I don't really go back and watch people's VODs and stuff. Like I only go back to maybe like you said, something that I missed, or like I go back to watch clips, but. Like, I don't really go back to watch people's VODs in general. Like, I feel like Twitch is just, when I go to Twitch, I just watch people live streaming. It's just a live experience. Like, YouTube, I watch it for, the video experience, like people recording and stuff like that. I mean, it would be cool to get some editing out of it, I guess. I mean, you have clips, pretty much, and you can just get the clips and save them, and then you...
Wasn't clip just like 1 year recently or something like that?
Yeah. It's recent,
That's
surprising. That was Oddshot
1 year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That blows my mind.
How long is Oddshot out? I have no idea, but Oddshot was huge, and now Oddshot is not so big because of the clips. But I mean, it's still pretty big. But yeah, I guess what you're saying is like an actual editing program integrated with Twitch, right? Like you can just edit stuff and maybe add music and then just add it as a video. Is that what you're saying, Troy?
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know if YouTube has that, but I'm pretty sure eventually these sites will.
That's another thing that I would like. There's no good way to clip.
Yeah.
Like,
and I feel like that comes natural. That would be, especially for YouTube, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like that should be something they definitely should be like, yeah, let's throw some editing software in the back end there or whatever, and then just let you run wild.
Yeah, you can, but it's not that. It's not like Twitch. I mean, you just click the button and it's like 30 seconds, perfect. Name it, etc. It's way more complicated on YouTube, which, like you said, is kind of odd.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the past, I'm kind of with Scoom. Like I'm here to watch stuff live on Twitch, and I feel like they've made a couple of strides. They have that whole like whatever the vodcast thing. That's something else. But like I feel like they've made so much strides to kind of. I mean, they're not going for like a YouTube platform, but they like you can upload your own video, have it on your channel. Like people upload highlight montages. I feel like people haven't really accepted that. They don't even really know about it. It's not found its place. I think it's a good feature, and I think like right now people just only do see Twitch as a live stream platform, so nobody's really interested in that stuff. And I feel like Twitch kind of is like throwing that out there, trying to be like, listen, it's not just that. But I feel like it hasn't been very accepted yet. Clips are fantastic. They're like my favorite thing in the world. They destroyed highlights. Like there's nothing to highlight.
Yeah.
Your community just fills up the clips left and right for you. You're literally a clip machine over there. Like they should partner you based off of your clips. Like honestly,
when you fail as much as I do, there's a lot to clip.
Add that to your CVs, all your clip lists, your CV.
But yeah, like I feel bad for highlights because like I used to try and do well with highlights, but now this like there's no point. But yeah, I feel like Twitch has tried to kind of extend their things to be like, hey, you could, upload your own video, but people just really aren't interested in that. If I ever watch like VODs or anything else, it's usually just because I'm trying to like creep on some hot streamer babe or something. Like it's not. Yeah, I don't know. Twitch is all live for me.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
I think they're doing that is because YouTube is doing YouTube gaming and they want to do the live streaming, and since YouTube already has the videos and all that stuff, I think they just want to have it just to compete. Because if they don't have it and YouTube gaming grows, YouTube gaming will have both and people will see that, so that's why they're doing it. I'm pretty sure.
So you're kind of like, we already do this,
absolutely.
we do this well. We're just gonna stay in our lane, basically.
Yeah.
Even though they have the viewers, I feel like they have the viewers, right? And I think that YouTube has a much younger audience, as you say, JerBaron, because they have the videos. Like, so you can look up how to do, this in whatever game you're doing, and it gets drawn to your channel, right? I assume that's how that goes. And younger people will definitely do that, like look it up like that way. I think that Twitch, in order to stay to keep being like younger, should have similar things like that, as opposed to just relying on like this younger generation growing up with like doing YouTube. Essentially.
Yeah, YouTube. The problem is that Twitch is not set up to have that audience, really, like in any strong way. The recommendation features, the fact that you make playlists, and like the entire video infrastructure is designed to keep mostly kids and young people on YouTube as much as possible, and so. I think from that starting point, like Twitch is also not culturally as safe a place for young people, for like actual kids, and so I don't think a lot of parents are going to send their kids to Twitch.
Yeah, Decky.
Yeah.
Because you got people in chat creeping on hot babe.
Well, and I also wish we had that clip right now of that kid you ran into in SOTF who was like 7 years old. He's like, I'm friendly, and then you just rage on me like, oh, well, you fuck, and then just like spear him in the face, and then go off on like this 7-year-old.
He was like bawling his eyes out, and he goes, I promise I won't kill you, and somehow that was a threat. That was like an indirect like I could. And Decky's like, oh, no, you couldn't.
Oh, what? You talking to me?
It's survival of the fittest.
Unfollowed.
But, I mean, we already discussed it. Decky killed SOTF, right?
Oh, that's right. We figured that out
weeks ago.
Yeah. I mean, I feel
all the new kids trying to play SOTF is just getting murdered by Decky all the time.
Right. And if it ever comes back, it's because Decky left the game,
Yeah. It's
slowly going to grow again. And then Decky will come back to it eventually, and then it'll slowly die off. It'll just be like this wave up and down. Okay, so I have a question. So I played VR recently, right? I played like the paintbrush and like that weird crappy job game where you can virtually like be in like a kitchen and cook stuff for orders, which I don't know why that's a game. I spent like 45 minutes doing like a job where I don't get paid, which is like really shitty. But do you guys see VR being like a big streaming thing?
I think so, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I was never on board on the VR. Like, I've watched a little bit of it, and I was like, I'm going to wait it out. I'm going to see future games and how it develops and stuff. But, like, one of the recent ones that I saw was hilarious. I was watching Greek God X, and he was playing the Star Trek one. I don't know if you've seen that one. And it was like you have like your own team of Star Trek, and there's like 3 others, and it was just the whole like animation like you do with the hands and stuff, and like talking over each other. It was like really fun experience to like watch as like that was probably this year my favorite stream that I've watched, and I don't really watch too much of Greek God X. It was him playing that VR game. It was actually really fun.
Do they have the capability now? If you stream VR, can people who have VR watch you in VR?
No, I don't think so.
Because
okay, Jeremy, this is like a talk show.
No, I'm
this
serious.
Some, like...
No, I don't know how it works. I've never watched anybody play VR. Like, I think that'll take off as soon as somebody can put on their VR set and experience it the way that you're experiencing it.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I would much rather watch, like, for instance, like Scoom, like you play like Pub Battlegrounds, and say that was like, you know, virtual reality. I would much rather just sit there and chill and be able to like see it basically from like your standpoint because of your skill level than actually me do it myself, because it just generally wouldn't be as fun.
You want to be like in my eyes, like me watch like pressing the mouse button and looking at the screen and stuff?
I mean, like, yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. I mean, I feel like it would be much more fun to do that for higher skill level people, right? I think that's when it would take off, like kind of what you said, Jeremy, in that way. But I think until then, I don't know if I would really be interested in watching it unless I was in the VR headset itself.
Mm-hmm.
I still feel like it's a pretty far way off from before it becomes whether it's on stream or just regular gaming. E3 they announced like Fallout 4 VR and I think another big game. I don't know. Like I feel like they've been pushing it for a couple of years and it's gained a little bit of traction, but I feel it's a long way before it ever becomes a big thing on streaming or just gaming in general.
Yeah.
I feel like with VR, you know how they talk about like in developing like technologies, there's like an S curve to it, right? The accelerating law. I feel like we're very much on like the small like part up, and then eventually we'll hit that inflection point where it'll like go up really fast and quickly. But as you said, like until you get anywhere close to that, it's just going to look like it's like 5 years in the future or something like that. But I would be kind of interested because I think watching streamers do different things. For instance, I would love to watch you, SterDekie, doing it because I feel like maybe you getting upset, yelling, or like if you're playing with like Peyton or Shatner or whoever else, and just like turning and slapping them or something like that while you're playing it VR wise. I feel like that's something, one, you would definitely do, and two, I would be really interested in watching something like that.
I guess, yeah.
So let me ask you guys this: do you think that because YouTube, as we determined, has this younger group going forward, do you think that there's any way for Twitch to kind of battle that if they're not grabbing the younger viewers, right? That eventually, in like 10 years, when they're old enough, when they have like what they called purchasing power, so to speak, do you think that is going to hurt Twitch in the long run, or do you think that they will naturally just gravitate towards Twitch because Twitch is known as like the streaming service platform?
I don't think so. I think that as they get older, they go to Twitch, and the revenue streams are different, and they're not incompatible. So YouTube is totally fundamentally ad driven, and that's fine because that's something that TV and radio has done for like 100 years is play ads in front of children and then make their parents buy those things. Like that's how the advertising and the young market works. And then when they go to Twitch and they have purchasing power, they sub and they donate, and then there's also ad revenue, but it's by and large a different revenue stream.
So you think it'll stay more complementary, is what you're saying?
Yeah, unless they make moves to cut too deeply into each other's market, and then they'll have to adjust.
Yeah, I agree. Pretty much what everything he said.
Next question.
Next question. Yeah, whatever he said. It's like whatever JerBaron said.
I don't know. I feel more than like, will this next generation go to Twitch? I think there's going to be a victor in the streaming wars before then. Like, I mean, Twitch has been on top of that for a long time. YouTube gaming's here. Now you have Beam/Mixer, which I don't know. I feel before we're talking about this next generation of, kids from YouTube coming to Twitch, I feel like it's all going to be on one platform before then, for the most part. Whether Twitch can keep hold of itself and keep up to date and not be complacent and lose their top tier spot, and let one of the little guys like move up on it, or whatever happens with that. I don't see there being a huge amount of competition. I feel like it's just going to be like YouTube versus Vimeo or something in the end, which is there's no competition. So I don't know. That's my thing on the future of the streaming services.
I feel like Google is always trying to get on other markets, right? I feel like that's naturally something that they will try to do, whether they end up winning out or losing out. But I do feel like Google is one of the companies where they don't think there's any boundaries to like their services, right?
No, definitely not. Yeah.
Where Twitch, on the other hand, is very much like stay in your lane. Let's just do our thing, even though they're slow to like integrate or be progressive on certain things.
Yeah, and that easily is what's going to be their downfall. I feel like they bring out plenty of new stuff. I mean, they tried out the IRL thing, but like I feel like Twitch is making strides. It's just they just got to be careful about everybody else who's behind them.
Yeah.
All right.
I agree with that guy.
Scoom's at the point where you might as well just hold up signs like same,
yay, nay,
same, not same.
I'm that guy. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Now it's just gonna be Scoom hosting the show, and he's like, Trey, what do you think about it? And I'll be like, oh shit. He's like directing. Okay. I guess. Okay. So, I mean. So going forward, like when it comes to streaming, like 5-10 years from now, it's not like something that we actually like think about like honestly or anything like that. But where do you see like the community, the streaming community, like being? Like what differences have you thought about, or not thought about it, I guess, or how do you see it? Because it's really interactive, right? So streaming community is really interactive. You can like get in touch with your like favorite streamer like on multiple ways. That's only going to, I suppose, increase to the point where, you know, you're going to have all these, like, stream friends, so to speak, right? Or people, like, force you when you come to, like, DC to, like, hang out with them, right, SterDekie? So I guess where do you guys see streaming going? Like, Jeremy, where do you see streaming going in the future? Like,
5 years, I don't think you'll see a huge difference. In 10 years, I mean, I think the general trend is you're going to see higher production values. I mean, I don't want to use this as a benchmark yet, but if you think about Dr. Disrespect, I think you're going to see a lot more big time type production, like where you've got.
So like future, like Scoom mentioned his grandmother earlier, right? So we're going to see like Grandma Scoom coming out like as like a big time streamer essentially. Like he's already worn wigs before. We might as well get him like the gray.
Oh,
wig,
I see.
You know?
Grandma Scoom, yeah.
Yeah, Grandma Scoom coming out.
I don't know. I mean, I think in general you're going to see because the money is clearly there. There's going to be this race for professionalization, whether that comes in the form of like esports shows, like the Sports Center type things you have, with commentators and desks and shit. Or individual streamers who push for production value. So, and at that point, maybe we'll see different tiers where you've got like people who are the sort of like big networks, and then the cable channels, and then, you know, your local channels or something. I don't know. I mean, the TV metaphor isn't great in this context because it's totally different. But if I had to guess, I'd say that just because it's easier and easier to make your stream look professional. A lot more tools.
Yeah, Scoom, you've had some production value. I mean, you've added different like avenues to it. Like I've seen the wheel before, and I've seen you sing songs and wear wigs.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? I mean, you've had to obviously have some thoughts on it. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I'm gonna bring back eventually the green screen, and like right now I'm just like chilling and without it because I was changing my rooms and stuff. But I bought the actual lights, and I'm gonna add the green screen again, and I'm gonna bring back the wheel and up my production value. Like JerBaron says, like Dr. Disrespect right now he's doing like everything right in my opinion. Like you can see how much he's growing and stuff. Like all the value he's putting into his production is insane. Like, and I want to do something, you know, on my own, like similar, but to my own like twist, to my own style, like to what Dr. Disrespect does. And I feel like a lot of people are gonna jump on board and start upgrading the production, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah. And as in what I see streaming in 5-10 years, I feel like it's. I mean, like JerBaron said, in 5 years you don't know, but I feel like I think streaming is gonna go huge. I think it's gonna go really, really big. I feel like right now you don't see, for example, a lot of like famous people, like entertainers, but you're starting to see them, like Terry Crews. Terry Crews is getting into gaming. You see like some professionals getting into streaming, and they're seeing how big it is and how much like money is involved in this, like how much money they can actually make. Like an entertainment, like I mean, they make millions anyways, but like I feel like it can go that way. I feel like a lot of people are gonna jump on board.
I know I've seen a lot of people I follow on Twitch start doing it, whether it be like models that I was friends with in like Los Angeles, or even the guy who does what's the show, Adam Ruins Everything, right? He started doing it recently where he streams now. And granted, if you go to his stream, he's only like 30 or 40 like people watching it, but it's only a matter of time for someone big starts doing it, right?
Yeah, for example, one specific YouTuber that I watch is H3 Productions. He recently like went to Twitch, right? I think he's doing his podcast there now. He's like a big memer, right? He's a big memer, but like as soon as he went to Twitch, you could see like everyone was constantly subbing, donating, and like he was really shocked. Like, what have I think it's like, what am I being missing? Because I don't know how much he makes in YouTube. I'm pretty sure he makes a lot because he's like one of the big guys. But like him on Twitch, he was just like rolling in with everything, like, and he was like really shocked. So I see like all these guys moving as well.
And I think unless YouTube changes something, you're going to see more of that. Like even for like Slipgator has recently started streaming a lot more on Twitch because they did something with the algorithms at YouTube that essentially bigger YouTube professionals, YouTubers, the revenue dropped by like half overnight. Right. And so a lot of these people, because of the sub base that they have on YouTube, they get automatic partnership on Twitch. And so they're coming over and it's like, boom, comes over. It's like 1,200 viewers instantly. And so we might see some of that cross-pollination as well.
Decky, as someone who has like 35 cameras in their apartment and your production quality, where do you see things going, and what are your plans to have it? I know if you've ever watched Decky stream, you can literally see like every single inch of his apartment except for like the bathroom.
Bathroom cams next.
Right on DeckyAfterDark.com.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not an IRL streamer, but it's a live stream. I'm a white guy that doesn't speak Spanish, living in Mexico City. There's stuff to be watched.
Acquired taste, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just kind of was all like, might as well just like, I started with a few cams and I just keep adding to it just because I'm all like, people are very generous. They donate. I need to put it back towards the stream. What do I get? Another cam.
Obviously. Eventually you're gonna have like 10% gameplay and just all the others like cams.
Like Big Brother.
We're all gonna be watching him sleep. That's what it's gonna be. It's like just like 15 cams at every different angle on him sleeping.
I don't know, like production value, although I don't have any special production value other than a lot of cams. That's something that
add like a boom mic operator soon. Some guy just like standing there like in the corner, like holding it.
That's something I've thought about a lot. Like I can't really do a green screen for myself because the wall is such a vital part of my stream. I've thought about green screening the pup cam. But then I don't know, it's gonna be weird just having a dog floating there while I'm in like a full cam mode. So I don't know. I've had a lot of mixed feelings with it, but I feel like with where I've set that up, I've also limited myself in a lot of other production value ways. But I don't know, like production, I do feel that is a major spot for people to excel in their stream game. This for the most part, like I always say it, like, dude, if you don't have a face cam, I'm probably not gonna watch your stream. That's part of the live stream thing for me. And plenty of people in my chat, they stream, they don't have face cams, they're gonna be like, oh, Decky, you're so mean. There's a few people that I will watch. But in general, like, I want to see the dude as he plays the game, or she, And
right, we've already
that's why
covered the sheep part for you beforehand.
yeah. But I feel like that's a very like basic step of production. And I feel like it could go tenfold with that. People just need to push the boundaries more. And like they're saying with like Twitch becoming, bigger people coming in, organizations coming in. I feel like we're in a prime time zone right now, while it is mostly just, people sitting in their basements chilling on stream before they have big companies with perfect quality, this everything else. You guys need to push that now.
Yeah, do you think that's far off? Get like broadcast companies getting in on streamers?
I don't think it's far off. And I mean, like, you have your sports tournaments, and they kind of have like their stuff set up. But what was that octopus stream that was on like a month ago, and it was like clear as day, perfect quality. It had like a big octopus on a table, and like it was like a soap opera. Yeah.
Old Spice.
Old Spice.
Whatever that was. Like that was kind of like a test of that, because like you're watching TV. And I feel like there definitely will be a more push into that, and I feel like people need to take advantage of while that stuff's not around now to get their foothold in Twitch.
Yeah, because once the money is pumped into it, like we're saddled by what we can afford in terms of components. Like I can't buy a $2,000 camera to stream. You know what I mean? And people are going to gravitate towards that higher end looking stuff.
So it's like kind of like, have you guys ever seen when Conan plays like Clueless Gamer, right? And they obviously that's TV and they edit and stuff like that. I feel like it's only a matter of time before like they do a small segment of that, like they have
Twitch or YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they did a live stream. I don't know where though. I think I've seen something of them. Maybe not Conan involved, but like that's the crew. But I might be wrong. I think
you're having a comedian actor like jump in on there and grab it, right?
Yeah. I mean, like someone like Conan doing, like the what you say exactly, jumping in now with that show, just doing it live stream and then put it on YouTube or whatever, like upload it. Like it would be really big.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think that's far off. You think? Okay, so the question is, do you think that broadcasting companies will take an already known person, and if they start to do that, like, you think they'll try to grab streamers, or do you think they'll already grab like some other known quantity, like a celebrity or an actor or something along those lines?
I think it's two separate things. I think the streamers on one side and like these guys like Conan, they have their own people. It's like two different markets, right? I guess,
I think probably the best thing to do would maybe grab like Conan and have him play with someone like Dr. Disrespect, since we're using him as example, and kind of
right.
that.
I mean, like he does. He brings in celebrities into his Conan games thing. So I guess he can get, he can get a Dr. Disrespect or a popular streamer to play with him. Yeah, in that sense, yeah.
And then you kind of like bridge the gap between doing it, I guess, in that way. And then you can feature that person again, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't think they just pull like, get Summit and be like, hey, Summit, come host this show. We'll give you perfect production value. I think he would be like, I mean, I'm already pretty much on top of the game. Why would I? Unless, they just throw some absurd check. They'll definitely bring in somebody notable already and mix them in with the Twitch crowd by having them play with somebody famous or something. But I don't think they're just going to pull, some top tier streamers and give them their own show.
Yeah, and that's only if we're talking about gaming, because I think if the discussion is about streaming more generally, like that's what's blowing up. Periscope, you've got people walking like the IRL category. Even though a lot of the people who are big in the IRL category were gamers, like they're just like walking around and stuff, and then if you've got bigger companies coming in, there's something about the live, the fact that it's live that people are moving more and more towards. And so if it's in a gaming context, I think they'll have to bring in big streamers. But if it's not, they absolutely don't, because we're not their audience at that point.
Yeah.
A lot of people are still going to tune in because it's not just gamers. It's not just gaming anymore.
So on that question, Scoom, you've been to a bunch of different conventions and stuff like that. Have you ever thought about using Periscope or streaming live stuff when you're at those places?
I have, but it feels for me like I'm a relatively like kind of a like shy guy when I'm like a lot of people like in a convention or something like that. Like I'm more like personal, but like for me streaming is a bit awkward. I'm not even in the early stages. It's like, I don't know, going out and streaming feels, I'm not that type of guy yet. You know what I mean? Like this is different personalities, and maybe in the future, but like right now, Like, yeah, I thought about it, but it's like once I'm there, when I went to Gamescom, I was like, I'm gonna record some vlogs and do this and that. I went to Gamescom, like Zyroff was asking me, you're gonna record? I'm like, nah, maybe tomorrow. And like, I'm that type of guy, and I never ended up doing it. But I'm going to DreamHack on Friday. I'm gonna hopefully do something that I might like do an IRL stream. I might with Mallman or something. I'll try it. Yeah.
Decky, what about you? Why didn't you stream yesterday when you were in Houston?
That's a good question. No, like I would love to sell myself out to the IRL game. If I could make like the phone data work and everything here, they don't have unlimited data plans and so on and so forth. So it's kind of complicated. Because I mean, what better than a white guy who doesn't speak Spanish sitting in his room in Mexico than a white guy who doesn't speak Spanish wandering the streets of Mexico? That's even better. It's a recipe for disaster. But yeah, just the logistics behind it with the networks here doesn't really work. I would love to. I kind of feel like IRL is a gimmicky, risky thing for Twitch to be playing with. And we'll see the outcome of it if they continue with it or if they end up pulling the plug on it later on. But no, otherwise, like JerBaron was right, is that I definitely do see like that has blown up, and whether it is on Twitch's IRL or something else, I definitely see people IRL live streams becoming a big thing in the future.
Yeah.
Jeremy, have you ever thought about streaming anything other than gaming?
No, there's really nothing else that anybody would want to watch. I promise. It's like you can watch me, grade papers. Oh wow, it's riveting. Absolutely. And I live in a smallish college town, and there's nothing happening here. So
stream really. College parties, stream college parties,
Oh, I don't get invited to those anymore. I'm too old for that.
There was a YouTube live streamer that was like just recording himself, and he was like selling hot dogs a night or something, like in a caravan thing. He was just doing that. I think he was from Sweden or something. He was just doing that every night. He would stream it. A lot of people would watch. It was like 3,000 people every day, like watching that. Like this guy just making hot dogs. I guess he had like, the thing is, he had a personality. He was like a funny guy talking to the customers and stuff like that. But that's all it was. Yeah, that's all it was.
I have talked. A friend of mine was thinking I do some woodworking, and he's a way better woodworker than I am. And I was like, hey, have you ever thought about this? Like, because I think for like the do-it-yourself market, people who do handiwork around the house, like live stream, of actually fixing things, and people can ask questions and watch you make things, and it's sort of the IRL creative section combined. Mm-hmm. And I have seen people live streaming that, but I don't have any interest in it myself. But I encouraged him.
But I wouldn't do it.
Live stream.
No, I mean,
I would never watch that shit. But people can do it.
I mean, people are interested in everything, man. In this world, like everyone would watch. There's so many different markets you can go in and like do things. Like I mean, there's one recent one in Twitch is the trash man. The trash man just going down the road picking up trash. People watching that. He just plays music. Yeah, playing music, and he goes down the road picking up trash. I think he's in Twitch. I think he's like pretty big now or something. I don't know.
And this guy's getting bits.
Yeah, I think so.
What am I doing with my life?
He's working. He's working whilst working. He's
getting paid. He's getting paid on top of getting paid. Like,
yeah.
Wow, that guy's a genius.
Mm-hmm.
No, but really, that's really innovative.
Maybe you should be grading papers, Jeremy.
I know. Well, there'd be some FERPA. I might be violating their federal rights, but yeah.
Yeah, you just blur out the names,
Yeah.
Just cover
up.
Deal. Yeah, no big deal. No big deal. Exactly. All right. Well, I guess we should end there on the fact that everyone go watch The Trash Man. I don't know what his thing is. But
I don't know his name.
Now hosting.
Yeah. Now Jackal after this will be hosting The Trash Man.
It's thematic. Never mind. From one trash stream to another.
I think I earned that. From earlier. I picked on Jeremy too much, and now it happened.
Yeah. We're even. It's over.
Right. The new category for XPulZ is trash stream. I appreciate you guys coming on and talking once again, everyone. And for everyone that is wondering why Stifler wasn't here, not because he got kicked off or did a poor job we are working with the format to see what's the best amount of people to have on the show. So we will be trying different things out in the future for stuff like this. And, you may not see somebody on next time like me. Maybe Jeremy is the new host or something. I don't know how things go, depending on what people like.
I haven't gotten that email.
Well, I'm sure Jackal will talk to you soon about it.
Okay.
But I appreciate you guys
some
coming
people to
on.
my house.
yeah, exactly. It just shows up, gives you a button down, is like, get on.
This is the Donald Trump of hiring me to do it. Like, I hope you'll host our stream next week.
yeah. I hope you'll interview somebody. All right. Well, yeah, I'm past my prime. That's true. All right. So thank you guys for showing up again. We'll probably do this next week or the week after. I hope you guys are all game for that.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And you guys should all go watch them stream. I don't know if you're going to stream anymore today, Scoom, because it's kind of late for you.
No,
but Decky, I'd assume you're going to be streaming after this?
Ramen stream after this.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys go visit Decky. Help him get that partnership.
Yeah.
Throw him your bits.
We'll see.
Throw him your bits.
Throw him those blood bits.
Throw him your bits. All right, guys. And, we'll see you next week. Thanks again.
Thanks, Trey.
I hope everyone...